So this is just the recap for live stream. Is it 2:49? I think it's 2:49, I believe. Yes, it is. And as we can see there, we've got a positive day in terms of P&L. I'll bring up the P&L by instrument. So on the right hand side of the screen, we can see the P&L by instrument. We picked up 15 on ES, 55 on NQ, and 7 on gold. So first we'll have a look at gold and see what happened there. So because we do have, I looked at the economic calendar, we did have NFP, non-farm payrolls, that came out about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're looking at about 1:30 GMT. Had non-farm payrolls, had this rally, take out all the pre-market highs over there on gold. Then we had selling after it. So I guess they wanted to punish buyers and sellers both ways. Took out the highs. If you had a stop up there, you've been taken out. Had to sell into the lows. Pretty dramatic. Came down into the pre-market lows here. So may have just taken it out by a tick or two. From there, we saw a rally of $29.4 or 294 ticks. We're looking at from the lows to the highs, and within 1 hour had that rally to the upside. I came into the market. The market did see this, ran into this line here. This is around about the previous day's high, around 35s. I wouldn't say 35s, around about 36s, 35 and change, around 36s. Went in. I was thinking about not taking the short because we were so close to the 200. We got the VWAP, the fact that we'd had all that rally to the upside from the lows. So, but I decided to take the trade anyway, take the risk. So took the trade, and we got to the target. There was another setup in around the 27s for a target down at the 22s. Decided not to take it because I was concerned about this black line here, which is our 200, and this blue line, which is our VWAP. So that was the only trade I did take on gold, and that resulted in a +7. Over on ES, let's have a look here. So over on ES again, similar scenario with this non-farm payrolls, first Friday of the month. We had to come out at 8:30. We took out the highs, went all the way up to 86.50. We clearly cleared all the pre-market lows. So we took out the highs, took out the lows, as you'd expect on a non-farm payrolls. Punish anybody that was had tight stops or a bit weak in the market. So we then had to sell. Prices rallied, could not break the highs off the news. Came in, put in lower highs. Appeared to have found support there at around the 200 and VWAP, but we can see the rally failed. Came through, pretty solid close there near the low of the candle, and after that came back, retested towards the VWAP, didn't quite get there, sold even further. So came to the market around about 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I think I was here around 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around here. I got to the market, didn't see anything saying up. So what happened was just waiting for a setup in the market. Prices rallied. Saw pretty sharp move here to the upside, and this sharp move to the upside, what is this? So let's have a look here. So we saw this sharp move to the upside, which was 46 points on ES, which is quite a lot. Some days the entire range is 46. So saw quite a bit of volatility. Tested that VWAP there, pretty much tested it perfectly, as we can see there. Tested it to like pretty much the tick, and prices came back. So I thought about what I saw yesterday, something similar, where the market rallied, and I got in thinking that the market would continue, and it failed. There was a decent sized wick, but the market failed. I won't go back to yesterday, but actually maybe I can. So there was a rally that failed. Yep, this one here. So had this market come down to this VWAP rally through here, I went long, and the market just failed. So a similar scenario here today. The market's clearly trending to the on the daily chart. I would say it's heading to the downside. And what I did was I went here. I thought about a short. So this red line is a previous day's low around the 720s. in and around where the market did find support before, just before and in and around the US elections last October to early November. I went short, saw prices rally a bit, took it off for a loss. At this point, I was about flat on the day, down slightly. Went short again, prices rallied, and I took it off again because I thought, well, maybe this previous day's low is going to hold. So after my frustration of doing that a couple of times, I decided, you know what, I'm going to stick to my stop rather than trading through this one area, getting chopped up and paying in terms of P&L. Went short, prices went all the way down to my target. Well, it was not my target. Let's talk about it. So went short. The designed target, that's what I've got written here, is at 95.75. That's the design on the shorts through here. All these shorts were designed to get down to the 95.75. Now, I took the trades off early over here and realized losses, which, I shouldn't have. And then this trade, because of these losses, I thought, well, who knows, maybe price will come down here, buyers will come in. So I thought, well, I'll target 706, even though the design target was down to be at 95.75. And the goal was to target that area, price come down, maybe we'll just get like a relief rally back into these lows over here in around 18, and I could short it back down to say, oh wait, it's not quite targeting the lows around 701s, and pick up the 10 points which I would have missed out on to the downside. Well, the market had other ideas. Pretty much said you had a solid plan the first time around before you intervened, and what we saw was the market sold. So I exited here on the target that moved to 706 rather than 95.75. We had prices sell all the way through 95.75, and thus me not picking up a further 10 points to the downside. Now, early on in this, I wouldn't say early on into the trading session, I had this short below the 690s. As prices came down through the design target, I decided to take that trade. I was thinking about not taking it, but I decided to take that trade. And when I decided to take that trade, I did something similar over on NQ, which I'll cover. I decided to trade my P&L. So at a point, I think I was up like 36 at that point. So I thought, well, if I could get above 50, say 52 or something, then I could flatten all positions, both the ES and NQ. And if I was to do that, I'll be up 50 on the day, and I'll be pretty happy with that. So rather than take the trade as it was supposed to, I decided that I would trade the P&L a bit. And so what I did was I went short, and price came down. Seeing the unrealized P&L, total P&L was around above, I think it's 54. I then hit the close button on the ES and NQ positions and realized a gain of only, I think there's about four and change right there. Now price came down, came within 2 ticks of the design target of 79.50. Prices rallied back, and I thought, well, come on. At this point, NQ would have hit its target down at 790, but we'll look at that just after this. So I decided, well, as ES didn't hit the target, I'll get back in slightly above where I got out, so that will cover the commissions, and I'll target the true level down at the 79.50. And so I got back in, and that hit the target. So these two trades should have just been one single trade from a short from the 90s down to the 79.50s, but we picked that up there. Finally, we'll have a look over at NQ. NQ and ES has pretty much been traded in sync with one another. So the trades are going to be pretty similar. Again, looked at the economic calendar. We had NFP in the morning, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. You're looking at about 1:30 GMT. We had Fed Chair Powell speaking about 5:30 GMT, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. I wanted to get my trading done before the Fed Chair got to the mic, because we didn't know that could have unusual volatility, market searching for direction, could have the prices, have the market become choppy with a large range. So that is pretty dangerous price action from my experience. So wanted to avoid that. So I didn't want to miss the fact that we had Fed Chair Powell speaking. Wanted to complete the trading day before that. So I put it on all 3 charts, on the NQ Gold and of course the ES. So over on the short here, so we got a similar short over to what we had on ES. Over here, because of all the mistakes I was making over here on the ES, I decided that I'll stick to just taking a short. If it stops me out, so be it. but just stick to the one short. So went short and the price came down, hit the target there. Then after that, we had this level marked at the 48.75, which is our 848.75. So after what I did over on ES, I decided, well, let's place the orders over there at 690 and the 48.75. Price hit target, and I took it off early here, and this was when I flattened position alongside ES because the PNL was above 54. So I flattened both positions because after commissions I was up about 51 and some change. Then even though this came all the way down through that 790.50, so that would have hit target, because ES didn't hit target when it retraced, I decided to take the short here slightly above where I previously exited. So it was a bit of a big risk here, especially as the target was hit, but I decided to take it because the ES was still in play. So went short, targeted 790.50, and price came down to the 790.50, and I was taken out there for what's that, 18 and change, plus our what did we pick up there, 11. So this should have been one trade, but it ended up being two. Now we'll have a look at our trade performance. So let's get our trade performance up. So this is the cumulative net P&L. So we started the day up 7. That was our goal trade. Through those two bad trades on ES, we went down -9. First we went to break even, then we went down to -9. And the most recent set of trades that I did take resulted in pretty steady growth in the equity curve, well, cumulative net P&L curve here, taking us up all the way up to the 78.543. We'll have a look at the summary page. Total gain is 95, total loss is 16. There's our net right there. Profit factor above 2. That's something I'm always looking for, a profit factor above 2. You can see, didn't take a single long. Did I take a single long trade? I don't believe I did. No, it doesn't seem like that. So it's all shorts today. Accuracy. The accuracy is a bit incorrect because I would consider the trades we have re-entered, especially the most recent trades on NQ and ES, that they were all part of one trade. So that would have added 2 winners that should not have been there. So I wouldn't say that's entirely reflective of the trading today. And as with high accuracy, you do get average winners being smaller than the average losers. Again, not something I like to see. 0.41. Of course, I do like to see a good P&L, but don't like to see that because over time, this could prove costly. Largest win being bigger than largest loss. That's definitely something I like to see, especially as it's over twice as big. Definitely something I like to see. And the time in the market being 5.76, so it's about 6 minutes. Definitely feels like it was a bit of scalping today. But I'm not going to criticize myself too much. But there are certainly areas I need to be watchful of and ensure that the bad habits don't come back in. So what I'll do is, as usual, I will add the live stream. It's only, I think it's just over an hour. I think it might just be about an hour. So it's not too long. And I'll add it to the bottom right hand side of the screen as a clickable link. So if you want to watch a video back, watch it 2 times speed, want to watch it at normal speed, you certainly can do that. So I'll make it easy for you. Bottom right hand side of the screen, I'm going to add that live stream. And with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.